Hello friend, welcome to Tania's Biology. Today I will discuss about the structure of neuron. In my previous video, I already discussed about the nervous system, how it differentiates, how the central nervous system is totally different from the peripheral nervous system. Okay. In my today video, I will discuss about the structure of neuron, different parts of neuron. How these parts involves in transformation of messages in different form, in a form of electrodes or in the form of chemical, in the form of neurotransmitter. What is neurotransmitter? These are different questions that arises. Okay, today I will discuss about that. We all know that neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. We all know that neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. This is also a cell. This is also a cell. It is a single cell. If you see the picture, you thought that there are different cells are accustomed to form this cell. No, this is a single cell. How this single cell is differentiated from the other cells? They are having some special features. They are designed specially. What is their features are? They are highly specialized features. They can able to pass the quick information. They can able to pass quick information that is absent in other cells. These are the special cell. Okay. That means neuron is a single cell. Neuron is a highly special design cell which can able to pass the quick information. It is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Okay, if you see the picture, you can see there are different parts. A neuron is divided into three major parts. A neuron is divided into three major parts. The first part, which one is the first part, is a dendrite part, or the part where the nucleus is present. This part, the blue portion, is known as cell body. The blue portion is known as cell body or soma. Soma, S-O-M-A, soma. Okay, the yellow colored portion, let me change the color. The yellow color portion is axon, A-X-O-N, axon. Okay, and the last remaining portion, the axon terminal, the last remaining portion, the axon terminal. Okay, that means the neuron is divided into three parts: cell body, elongated portion which is known as axon, and axon terminal. Okay, make it very clear. The cell body having a nucleus. The cell body having a nucleus. This portion is the nucleus. Okay, and a branch, several branched portion. We can see here the dendrite is highly branched portion. Dendrite is highly branched portion. This dendrite is responsible for adapting the information from the previous neuron or from the previous axon terminal. We all know that neurons are arranged. Neurons are arranged one by one. That means where is the end, there is the starting of another neuron. There is starting of another neuron, like I draw. That means the information coming from the axon terminal, they are transferred to the dendritic region. They are transferred to the dendritic region. That means this, before the dendritic region, the presence of like this axon terminal. From that axon terminal, informations are carried forward through the dendritic region. Okay, these are highly branched region. They are carrying information, but here the information are passing unidirectional method. Information are passing in unidirectional method. Okay, they are not coming back. Except the nucleus and dendrites, except nucleus and dendrite, there are some granules. There are some granules. You can see the red dotted granules. Yes, the red dotted granules is known as Nissl granules. The red dotted granules is known as Nissl granules. N-I-S-S-L apostrophe. Yes, Nissl granules. These granules are the part of rough endoplasmic reticulum. These granules are the part of rough endoplasmic reticulum. What is the function of Nissl granule? They synthesize protein. They synthesize protein. These are the function. These granules are present in the cytoplasm of the cell body. Here is the cytoplasm, the blue portion, except the nucleus, the remaining portion is having the cytoplasm. This cytoplasmic region having a portion of rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is known as Nissl granules, which is responsible for the synthesis of protein. These are the part of the cell body. Another part of the cell body is axon hillock, from where the axon formation is starting. Okay, what is the plasma membrane structure membrane of the axon? If we dissect the axon, we can see there are several parts of axon. Okay, there are several parts of axon. Let me draw it. It needs some time to draw. If this is axon, the outer side, the yellow portion is the Schwann cell. That means the axon is surrounded by the Schwann cell. The axon is surrounded by the Schwann cell. These are the protective layer of the axon. Outside of the Schwann cell, presence of neurolemma. The blue colored portion is neurolemma. Okay, you can see here the red portion is axon. They are surrounded, or you can see that they are wrapped. They are wrapped by Schwann cell. From the Schwann cell arises fat deposition. We will talk later. That means this portion is axon, the red portion is Schwann cell, and the blue portion is the neurolemma. The plasma membrane of axon is also known as axolemma. Okay, axolemma. This axolemma having axon which is surrounded or wrapped by Schwann cell. That's why from outside we can't see the axon. We only can see these are the nucleus portion. Actually the Schwann cell having nucleus that we can see from outside. Okay, the Schwann cell having nucleus, that means axon is surrounded or wrapped by Schwann cell, and the outer side of the Schwann cell having neurolemma. Okay, these are the mandatory portion which are present in the whole axon, but there are some portion which may or may not be present in the axon. Which part they are? If you see this portion, these are the portion is known as myelin. What is myelin? The Schwann cell secreted some fatty deposition. This fatty deposition form myelinated sheet. This may or may not be present in the axon. There is a probability. They may be present or may not be present. Where they are not present, this portion is known as node of Ranvier. You can see here, this is a node of Ranvier where thus myelinated sheet is not present. That means axon which is surrounded by Schwann cell is surrounded by neurolemma. Okay, these are the protective layer, and neurolemma is surrounded by myelinated sheet. This myelinated sheet may or may not be present in the axon. Where the myelinated sheet is not present, that portion is known as node of Ranvier. Okay, why this protection? Information which carry through the axon may not leak outside, so it is covered by myelinated sheet. Information which carry through the axon may not leak outside, so it covered by the myelinated sheath. This myelinated sheath is coming from the secretion of Schwann cell. It is a fatty material. It is a fatty material. Okay. What is why we can't see the that's why we can't see the axon from outside. We can only see the nucleus of the Schwann cell, because they are covered by myelin. They are covered by myelin. The which portion is known as node of Ranvier, where the myelin is not present but axon, Schwann cell and neurolemma is present. Axon present, Schwann cell present and neurolemma is present. But let me, here the myelin is not present, so that means this portion is known as node of Ranvier. If this also is not present, that means the portion having axon, Schwann cell and neurolemma is known as node of Ranvier. What is the function of node of Ranvier? What is the function of this portion? In some cases where the information need to go very quickly, there they are passing from this, they are passing like jumping from one region to another region, from one node of Ranvier to another node of Ranvier. This way the information is passing. This type of condition is known as saltatory condition, where the information is jumping from one node to another node, because they need a short time to cover. If they are going through the axon, it needs some time, so they are jumping from one node to other node. By this process they cover a large portion. Okay, by this process they have covered the large portion, and the last part is the axon terminal. Okay, here you can see this part is the axon terminal. What is present in this portion? This portion having a knob like structure, like this portion is like a knob like structure. This knob like structure having some new hormones, like neurohormones, a chemical substance. We all know that hormones means a chemical substance. This portion having neurohormone. Okay, this neurohormone have this portion actually known as neurotransmitter. They are forming a package. They are actually having information in a packaged form like this. These are the packaging. Okay, but they having two types of package. If this is a node, that means this portion is a synaptic knob. If this is synaptic knob, they are having two types of packages. What is their two type? One is exciting information, another one is inhibitory information. One is exciting information, another one is inhibitory information. Neurotransmitter decided which information they need to pass, to the next neuron, to the post neuron. Okay, to the post neuron. From the pre to the post neuron, neurotransmitter will decide which packet they need to transfer. If they want to excite the next neuron, then they will transfer this packaging. Okay, if they want to inhibit their action, then they pass this information. That means neurotransmitter here is the guardian who will decide they excited the next neuron or inhibit the information of the next neuron. That means there are two types of information that are passing, and neurotransmitter will decide which information they need to give to the next neuron. Okay, let me delete all this. That means what we are talking about, summarize it. Okay, neuron is a structural and functional unit of nervous system or neural system. Neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. These neurons are composed of three major parts: cell body, dendrite, axon and axon terminal. We can say that the cytoplasm of the cell body contain some granules which is known as Nissls granules. Okay, these granules are the part of rough endoplasmic reticulum. These granules are the part of rough endoplasmic reticulum which synthesis protein. Dendrites are the short fibers which repeatedly branched and emerge out from the cell body. Dendrite carry information. Dendrite carry information towards the cell body, in a unidirectional method, methods. Axons are long fiber whose end point is branched, which is known as axon terminal. This branch portion is having a knob-like structure that I am discuss about. This knob-like portion is known as synaptic knob. Okay, the gap between the two neuron, if I specifically say that the gap between the axon terminal and the dendrite of the next neuron is known as synaptic cleft. Okay, this knob comprising of synaptic vesicle containing neurotransmitter. These neurotransmitter are the packages that I am talking about. These are the packages having two types of information. They can excite the information or they can inhibit the information. They are the decider who which one they need to pass. Okay, they decided only. We are no one to decide. Okay. Next, this is the portion. This way the information are going from one region. This is known as saltatory conduction. In this process, information is jumping from one region to the other region. Okay, where these myelinated fibers and non-myelinated fibers are present. Where are the regions where these myelin are present and where are the regions where myelins are absent? Let me discuss it. There are two types of axon. One is myelinated, another one is non-myelinated. Which one is myelinated? The axon fibers having Schwann cell to form the myelin sheath. Axon fibers having fibers which Schwann cell to form a myelin sheath. These are the axons. The gap between two myelin sheath is called node of Ranvier. It is found in spinal as well as the cranial nerves. Okay, that means there are two types of axon. One is myelinated, another one is non-myelinated. The myelinated portion of axon present in spinal and cranial nerves, non-myelinated portion present in autonomous and somatic neural system. That means myelinated fibers are present in central nervous system, whereas the autonomous nerve and non-myelinated axon fibers are present in peripheral nervous system. Okay, that means the VIP treatment is getting by the CNS, central nervous system. They get the VIP treatment. What kind of VIP treatment it is? They are covered by the myelinated sheath. Why they are covered by the myelinated sheath? Because they are related to the most important part, brain and the spinal cord. Any information coming from those regions not like to be leaked. Any information coming from our PM is not like to be leaked from outside. It causes some problem, but any information that are coming from me, it can leak. So it must not surrounded by the myelinated sheath. That are the differences. In this picture, this is very rough picture. You can see here, this is the brain portion and this is the spinal cord portion. From the brain portion, the nerves are coming out is known as cranial nerve. And from the spinal cord, they are coming from the spinal nerves. Okay. These nerves are surrounded by myelinated sheath. Why? Because they are very important part. Because this information not like to be leaked outside. So they are surrounded by the myelinated sheath. That means any nerves that are related to the central nervous system is surrounded by myelinated sheath, which are coming, the nerve which is coming from the brain. If we focus on this portion is the cell body portion and this portion is the axon portion. Actually cell body is emerged in the brain and the axon is coming out. Okay, there are also some small nerves. There are also some small nerves which are present inside the brain, which need to be interconnected to pass on the information. They are not coming out like this. They are coming out, but these are not coming out. They are coming out, but these are not coming out. But they also get the VIP treatment. They also covered by the myelinated sheath. But this time, this myelin, like the previous one, this myelin is not coming from the Schwann cell. This myelin is coming from oligodendrocytes. This is coming from oligodendrocyte. Okay, oligodendrocyte. OLIGODENDROCITE. That means this portion having oligodendrocyte. Here in that case there are two neurons, like if I draw it quickly, they are surrounded by oligodendrocyte. They are surrounded by oligodendrocyte. This is oligodendrocyte, which is responsible for the synthesis of myelin. Okay, these are the portion which is responsible for the secretion of myelin. So this myelin is not coming from the Schwann cell. This myelin is not coming from the Schwann cell. These are coming from oligodendrocyte. These are coming from oligodendrocyte. Okay, that means these are the whole phenomenon. How the neuron looks like, how it functions, which portion is known as node of Ranvier, which portion is having the myelinated sheath, which nerves are having that myelinated sheath. In my next video, I will talk about how the information in the form of anion and cation are passing from one region to another region. What is action potential? What is polarization? What is depolarization? If you want to get all the videos, please subscribe my channel. Please follow my channel. Also, don't forget to like it.